Hello everyone, and welcome to Yoshi 1 Kenobi's Trash for Treasure deck! In this deck we play Trash for Treasure, which allows us to return an artifact from our graveyard to the battlefield for 3 mana. And we need to sacrifice another artifact as an extra cost. This card is a very nice addition from Historic Anthology 5 because it doubles up on Refurbish's ability, which is for 4 mana you put an artifact from your graveyard to the battlefield. That allows us to play 6 copies of the effect, 3 of which is at a cheaper mana cost of 3. And that means that we are enabled to do a turn 3 God Pharaoh's Gift, which is extremely powerful. It allows us to revive a creature from our graveyard as a 4/4 black zombie every turn at the start of combat. It's also non-legendary, so we can have multiple of these in play for extra fairness. What else do we leverage? Well, we leverage some of the cards that we've gotten from Strixhaven, namely Faithless Looting, the best card for putting stuff in your graveyard. It basically draws through your deck, allows you to put cards in the graveyard, so draw 2, discard 2 with a flashback cost of 3, awesome for doing that. Prismari Command does the same thing for a more expensive 3 mana, but also has the benefit of creating a treasure token, which we can trash for treasure and exchange that treasure token for God Pharaoh's Gift. So Prismari Command and Trash for Treasure combos by itself. Faithless Looting allows us to dig through our deck, same thing with Brainstorm, but Faithless Looting just puts the cards in the graveyard like we want them to be. Then, the only thing that we're missing are ways to get cheap artifacts on the battlefield, so we can trash them for treasure. One of the best ways to do that is through Trabant Inspector. Say 1 mana, 1/2 that makes an artifact. It's pretty much all we care about. We can sacrifice it to draw a card in some cases, but it's an early blocker that provides us with an artifact. We can also have Blinkmont Nexus, which as a land can tap for colorless, and then you pay that 1 colorless to transform it into an artifact creature. And really, we just use it to sacrifice it for trash for treasure. So between the 4 Trabant Inspector, the 4 Prismari Commands, the 3 Blinkmont Nexus, and the fact that we're going through our deck very fast, it's no trouble at all to have this extra artifact that we get to trash for some treasures. Then, as for our creatures, we're playing the biggest, baddest creatures I could think of, starting with 2 Champion of Wits, mostly because it does the same thing as Faithless Looting, Prismari Command, and it's a creature that you can revive, and then it's draw 4, discard 2. Very good, has been played with God Pharaoh's Gift before, and will be played again. So in our creatures, one of the key highlights is Elesh Norn, the Grand Cenobite. Why? Because if you revive that with a God Pharaoh's Gift, all your other creatures become 6/6, first of all. That's pretty good. But the real power is that all creatures our opponent control get -2/-2. And that makes it the removal spell of our deck. And it can shut down opponents. It's just very good. It's going to kill off most of the goblins as they enter the battlefield. So the opponent doesn't have triggers, doesn't have answers. It's just a lot of opponents will lose to that card. In a similar way, we play a single copy of Platinum Angel because if the opponent can't beat it, the opponent can't win. Also, it's an artifact, so we can refurbish or trash for treasure directly for the Platinum Angel. It's an added bonus. Vorinclex, the Voice of Hunger, 7/6, that locks your opponent's land whenever they tap them for mana. Ulamog, it's 4/4 indestructible. Whenever it attacks, you exile top 20 cards of your opponent's library. It's a forceful game-winning condition. Comudge is very powerful. As a 4/4 or as a 6/6, summoning a horde of 3/3 is the ability to become indestructible and tapping. You've seen how powerful it is in Standard. It's worth a slot in our historic pile of Mega Monsters. We're also playing another Praetor, Shieldred, the Whispering one, which forces the opponent to sacrifice a creature in every turn, and we get to bring back a creature from our graveyard to the battlefield every turn. Synergizes with what we're doing. Scholar of the Lost Trove, similarly, allows us to bring back artifacts or instant and sorceries from our graveyard as we put it into play. So that's our lineup of big bad monsters. In terms of our lands, we're playing some shock lands, all the pathways we can find, as well as 4 Rogran Triumphs. And that is a list of Trash for Treasure for Historic Anthology 5. And now let's see this deck in action with some awesome games. We are playing Trash for Treasure on MTG Arena Standard. Our opponent Cipoli doesn't know what's about to hit him. Alright, we have an Inspector. Opponent's playing life gain strategy. Hopefully our plan will be fast enough to beat that. Alright, the Angels deck. One of my personal favorites. Well, let's go Inspector Brainstorm. Actually, there's no need to brainstorm right away. Well, it's fairly clear what we will be going for. And Elesh Norn. It's a pretty good pickup, as it will deal with all of these pesky 1/1s. Prismari Command, Trash for Treasure. Alright, let's get rid of our Predators. Actually, it doesn't matter. It's not the discard one yet. Let's play this. Red side, blue side. It matters not. I'll just pass the turn back. Prismari Command will do the trick. Angel of Vitality. Youthful Angel, Youthful Valkyrie will gain some life. No blocks. Take the damage. Prismari Command, draw 2, discard 2, and make a treasure. Let's discard you guys. Actually, still need to find a God Pharaoh's Gift, without which we are slightly powerless. So maybe we go Champion of Wits. Champion of Wits or Prismari Command, they both essentially draw at the same speed. So yeah, Champion of Wits. We're going after a big artifact. Actually, maybe I can cast Coma here. If it comes to that, we can use the treasure from Prismari Command to hardcast Coma. But we're hard pressed to find an answer now. We need that God Pharaoh's Gift, and we need it now. Alright. Well, Prismari Command, do your thing. Draw 2, discard 2, make a new treasure. Ah, there it is. No need for that Triome anymore. Fortunately, the Angel of Vitality now got bumped to 4/4. Oh, but we'll be able to take down the life total. Alright. This is okay. Trash for Treasure. Bring back God Pharaoh's Gifts. Sacrificing your clue. Let's bring back Elesh to Grand Cenobite. And we will attack you with everything we've got. Although, yeah, well, we don't have any flyers, and everything our opponent has is in the air. That'll take down the Angel of Vitality. And now the Righteous Valkyrie is just a 0/2 flyer. Not as threatening now, as the Resplendent Angel heals you for 1. We can get Shiolog, the Whispering one. So play this. Bring back the Whispering one. Hit you for a ton. It seems Elesh Norn, the Grand Cenobite, is doing a ton of work here. And are attacking for lethal, so you have to block with the Resplendent Angel. And that's how you beat creature decks, with a timely God Pharaoh's Gift and take down the game. We are playing Trash for Treasure on MTG Arena Standard against the real DK, number 213. Opponent's playing a Luris deck, and we have a fantastic hand that we will keep. Faithless Looting, God Pharaoh's Gift, and Trash for Treasure. All we need is an artifact. And it's handed to us on a silver platter. So I'll open up with the Thraben Inspector. Make a clue. You now have a clue about what we're playing. Opponent's playing some very heavy burn, which is unfortunate. I think we want to play the Faithless Looting now. Champion of Wits, God Pharaoh's Gift. Should give you a pretty good idea of what we're playing, opponent. We'll get exchange our trash for treasure on turn 3. Is it fast enough to beat Naya Super Aggro Burn? That really is Naya Super Aggro Burn. Happy to block. As we get down to 13, opponent lands another Soulscar Mage. Alright, I'll play this on blue and exchange our trash for treasure. Turn 3, God Pharaoh's Gift. Let's bring out the Champion of Wits. Now of course I want to draw. Let's discard the Cosmos Serpent and the Whispering One. I mean, that's pretty much Historic summarized. That's how fast aggro is. And that's how strong a combo can get. And the combo's nowhere near strong enough to stop this. That was a third 3 God Pharaoh's Gift. And a third 3 God Pharaoh's Gift. Alright. Yes, we need removal to deal with these kinds of super aggressive strategies. Or maybe I need a Track Dusk. Track Dusk. Let's exchange some trash for some treasure on MTG Arena Historic against Windia. Alright, this looks good. I think we have the full combo here. God Pharaoh's Gift, a good creature, something to discard. Oh no, we still need something to revive it. We need the trash for treasure. Well, let's open up with the Thraben Inspector. Some defense in case our opponent is aggressive. And as we see 2 mountains, I suspect that our opponent is about to beat. Oh, Goblins. It's not really as aggressive as it used to be with the current state of the metagame. Let's throw away Koma and God Pharaoh's Gift. And pass the turn back. I think Goblin has a very hard time beating Platinum Angel. That's fine. Champion of Wits is a fine blocker and just as good as Prismari Command, so I'll go with that. Draw to you. Trash for treasure. We have found you. Discard Platinum Angel, And next turn, we get our god Pharaoh's Gift. And we get a choice of Coma or the Angel. I think early Coma is probably better, although our opponent could just flat out kill us with a good Muxus. So let's go with the safe route and just revive the Platinum Angel. We'll exchange the clue for God Pharaoh's Gift, which we'll use to bring back the Platinum Angel. And we might as well attack. Because you can't block in the air, and even if our life total goes negative, our zombie flying angel artifact is going to keep us alive from whatever Muxus brings out. Just a Skirk Prospector? You have me disappointed. Noble King of Goblins. Alright, well, time for Prismari Command. We will draw 2. I think we want to get rid of the Skirk Prospector. Yeah, I think so. Opponent will sack it, but that's alright. We find a Refurbish. Don't really need a Refurbish right now. And land. It can go away. Faithless looting. Trying to feed our graveyard. Might as well discard these two. We'll get a Brainstorm during your end step. But for now, let's bring in a Cosmic Serpent and attack with our 4/4 flyer. Slowly but surely taking down your life total. Conspicuous Snoop finds nothing but sand and rock. As Goblin Matron is about to change that, Goblin Matron will find the goblin that can kill the Platinum Angel. Or another Muxus. I'm not sure what you intend on doing with another Muxus. Trivial Brainstorm. And put these on top. Blinkmot first. No, I prefer to Blinkmot. So let's take another turn. Do we have anything else to revive? No, we don't. So let's Faithless loot. Ensure that we do. Throwing away Ulamog and the Traben Inspector. We get to play a Blinkmot Nexus in case we need it for defense. Let's bring out Ulamog. Just when in doubt, 4/4 indestructible that mill your opponent for 20. Fairly good. But Platinum Angel is good enough, as our God Pharaoh's Gift wins us the game off of the Trash for Treasure. We are playing Trash for Treasure on MTG Arena Standard against GZ Dobia. Have all the colors. We have Prismari Command as well as the God Pharaoh's Gift. And our opponent is going first with Lurrus, so that's probably a Lurrus Aura's deck. It's a little weak, but we'll keep it. It's mostly slow. So if now put our only tap land. Opponent Tot ceases, we'll take the Prismari Command, as it's the only thing that we're remotely close to being able to cast. It's looking like our opponent is actually on Rakdos Sacrifice. No, Rakdos Arcanist. Yes. Kind of. Somehow our opponent decided to go after God Pharaoh's gift. This is a horrible mistake, and we are going to make you pay deeply for it, as long as you don't play a Dreadhorde Arcanist immediately. Or an Inquisition of Kozilek. One takes away our trash for treasure. At least we still have the Prismari Command. We'll play this on blue and pass the turn back. Opponent flashes back a Faithless looting. So far our opponent hasn't been the most aggressive. 2 hand disruption spells and neither of them took the Prismari Command. One throws away a kill spell, goes for the Inquisition. We will have to activate our ability. Prismari Command. Alright, Inquisition. Choose an online value 3 or less. So we'll get rid of the Inspector since it was going to go away. Triome, we'll cycle that. But with the amount of hand disruption that our opponent has, might as well keep it in hand and cycle it at end step. Opponent casts Kroxa from the graveyard. That'll be fine. We'll discard one of our lands. Time to cycle that Triome. Refurbish, perfect. And Ulamog. Let's open up with a Refurbish. Bringing back a God Pharaoh's gift. And what do we have? We have a Therebin Inspector, and that's it. Well, it's a big Inspector. Here comes the 4/4. As we'll pass the turn back. Dreadhorde Arcanist. But getting rid of cards in our hand is actually going to be playing against you quite heavily. Thank you very much. Yeah, we'll take 6. That is fine. Turn passes back. We find another copy of God Pharaoh's gift. We will bring back Ulamog. We can mill our opponent for a ton here. Otherwise, we have the Scholar of the Lost Trove, which will allow us to use Rog and Triome. How do we want to block Kroxa? Because we need to make sure we don't lose here. I think attacking with Ulamog, on second thought, this is going to be our win condition. In with the 4/4 Indestructible, and we'll pass the turn back. Opponent is going to feed us a Scholar of the Lost Trove. If you dare to attack with Kroxa, that is. Yeah, the Tot sees me. Doesn't really matter. Cards are just as good in the graveyard. Totsy's activated. Get my God Pharaoh's gift. I will block Kroxa. Just because I'm slightly afraid of getting burned out. Opponent casts Fluris with nothing in the graveyard. Death Shadow. Alright, it's a 5/5. Death Shadow. Another one of those. And we'll crack our clue. Find a land. Alright, and a Triome. Well, we'll cycle that Triome. So we don't have anything better to do with it. We'll brainstorm a little bit. Alright, so we'll be putting back the Refurbish and the land on top. If we Faithless looting, Scholar, instant sorcery or artifact. I think we want a Prismari Command to kill the Lurrus. Although Champion of Wits is pretty good. Yeah, let's Faithless loot that Champion of Wits. Still think we want the Scholar. That's a 4/4, and we get back one of these. So we can kill Lurrus. Which is probably the best way to mitigate damage. So go after you. And I want to draw 2, discard 2. If the opponent attacks with everything, we have 2 blockers, we discard this, we take 7, and we live. Yeah, we can't attack. If the opponent has a way of losing life, then we still live. Barely. Opponent comes in with everything. We'll block the Death Shadows. Just in case our opponent has a way to lose a bunch of life out of nowhere and kills us with it. Another Arcanist comes in. We find a God Pharaoh's Gift. We'll have the mana to cast it. Get a Faithless looting. Hopefully find something to revive. Or we just revived the Champion of Wits. Let's just revive the Champion of Wits. Let's draw 4, discard 2. Immortal Sun is fun, but we're gonna lose the game. I can't pay a life, so let's discard these 2. If I attack, opponent blocks with the Arcanist, mills 20, we still need to live. We need to find a creature, a Thorabin Inspector. Trash for treasure, Prismari Command. So Prismari Command allows us to deal 2 damage to our opponent. Which is not good enough. Trash for treasure allow us to sacrifice our treasure. We don't have an artifact. I think we just lose. 1, 2, 3. No, there's still one path. Draw 2, discard 2, make a treasure token. And I needed to keep that trash for treasure. Alright. Needed to find a Platinum Angel. Immortal Sun, God Pharaoh's Gift. Let's bring out an Immortal Sun. Nah, doesn't matter. It's just not quite enough. Ulamog didn't do it. Even with our opponent feeding our graveyard, just didn't quite manage to pull through. Also, the opponent 21 card. We're so close to being able to attack with the Ulamog. We are playing Trash for Treasure on MTG Arena Historic against Gear 2016. Have Prismari Command, trash for treasure, and a pair of big ones. All we need is Pharaoh's gift. And to live long enough to cast our combo. But that's always the challenge with these types of decks. Well, here comes the Llanowar Elves. As we open up with the less threatening Inspector. Inspector is summoning a gadget. Oh, okay. Blood Artist. That is different. Different indeed. Let's go Blinkmot. And since we already have the artifact, let's get rid of that mana dork. Finding lands, not what we're looking for, but that's okay. We get drained for 1 as we pass the turn. Because of that, the opponent is out of mana for Coco. So your Blood Artist will not meet its company today. Well, this turn. Probably next turn. Mayhem Devil, okay. Sacrifice deck. Another trash for treasure. We don't have a target. So I'll have to cycle the Roggen Triome to try and find some action here. I also need a way to get it in the graveyard. Though maybe we can cast it at this point. He could have attacked with the Inspector. Opponent is quickly reaching the out of cards, although pinging us heavily with that Mayhem Devil. We'll cycle the Triome. Another Prismari Command, it's really good. Another Robin Inspector. Let's draw 2 and make a treasure this time. We can't find our Pharaoh's gift. Let's discard these 2. We'll go digging with our clue, although sacrificing for our clue is gonna cost us some life. Still think we need to dig with the clue. So I'll just pass the turn. Bolas's Citadel comes in. And unless there's a land on top of our opponent's library, we are most assuredly dead. Midnight Reaper. Although the opponent doesn't have a sacrifice outlet. We're very close to dead here. Track Cleo. Faithless looting, Faithless looting. Inspector's not what we're looking for. Pharaoh's gift. When in doubt, hardcast it? Oh, we're gonna get Elesh Norn. and die. Well, giving our opponent some cards. But all the creatures with less than 2 toughness will die immediately. So the opponent would need a pair of Blood Artists. Collected company. Here they come. And they die instantly. No time to sacrifice anything. The opponent does have the Phyrexian Tower, so they can sag the Mayhem Devil, ping us for 1. Manor Elf just dies instantly. So this is Paradise Druid. Is Elesh Norn gonna do it? Ah, Blood Artist! Not a Blood Artist! Blood Artist kills us. We almost got away with it. But the paint was too strong. The paint was too strong. We are playing Trash for Treasure on MTG Arena Historic against Optimus Gwine. Have some good pieces on the draw. We're gonna keep. The opponent's playing Green Stompy, by the looks of it. I'll open up with an Inspector. Pass the turn back to you. One plays a second copy of Bell Collector, and it's Gruul. I'll take the opportunity to play our Steam Vent Stat, as well as a second Robin Inspector. Making sure that our opponent has a trail of clues to figure out what we're doing. And Gruul goes stomping. As a pair of Pelt Collectors are ravaging my life total. Can Prismari Command. I think we need to kill Burning Tree Emissary. Let's try and see if our opponent ever cleaves. We should shove the Kazandu Mammoth. Yeah, it smells like the Embercleave. Okay, or not. Just a tons of damage. Let's go for the treasure. Have a Refurbish. I don't think Vornplex is good enough. Elesh Norn. That might be. So discard Elesh Norn as well as the Steam Vents, because that one's a painful land. And we have the mana we need to refurbish. Elesh Norn, let's see what you can do. Then we'll pass the turn back. Kazandu Mammoth, still a quite reasonable force. These Spell Collectors. The opponent still has some steam to it. As we get a block and live. But those Spell Collectors are going to grow. See if we can find anything better with Faithless looting. No, we cannot. So we will go with a good old Champion of Wits. Yes, that's pretty good. How about a Platinum Angel? And we'll also hit you for 10. Is that good enough, Gruul? And yes, it is! As a 6/6 flyer that prevents us from losing the game is going to take the game from our grueling opponent. I hope that you've enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe. It won't cost you any mana, and it greatly helps to support this channel and keep the awesome videos coming. Until next time, may the fun be with you.